Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं. So Maria, nothing to do, nowhere to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asks you leave at zero complaint level. मौज में रहो, be happy. श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः. गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. In Mundokopanishad there is a mantra. परीक्षलोकान् ब्राह्मणः निर्वेदमायात् नास्ति अकृतः कृतेन तद्विज्ञानार्थं गुरुमेवामि गच्छेत् समित्पाणिः श्रोत्रियं ब्रह्मनिष्ठम्. परीक्षलोकान् कर्मचितान्. We have been living for so many years, 10, 20, 30, 40 years. Now, like we get on the traffic signals, stop. See, look to the left, look to the right, and then proceed. In the same manner, we have been living for so many years now. Now take a pause. Look behind. Pariksha lokan karmachitan. Karmachitan lokan, what we have attained in our life. See? Then, have we discovered fulfillment? Or still something want still there? See, if we inquire, evaluate our past, net result is nirvedamayad. One is naturally withdrawn from everything in this world. See? Now, if anybody has to do something in this world, he will only use us. See? For example, if I have a project in my head to start a orphanage, see, then what will happen? Whomsoever I will meet, I will try to see how I can encash this meeting. Because I had to do something. See? And no Mahatma is told by the society, see, you do this, you do this. It is the kujli of the Mahatmas. Like once a person asked me in Karnataka, Swamiji, why don't you start some schools? I am with you. I will do everything for you. And then you start. Why you require me? No. You should start the school. I said, I will never start. Why? I said, children you produce. School I will run. You're mad or what? You take care of yourself. In short, if anybody has to do something in this world, he will be looking at the world, how it can be used for our project. Therefore, Karmachitan Brahmanaha Nirvedamaya. Our mantra is, na kuch pana, na kuch khona. See? Then, so to know this, what we have to do, tad vijnanartham gurumeva vigachet shrotriyam brahmanishtam. Then, to inquire about the life, what life is. See? One of my new book is coming based on Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi's text, Upadeshasar. And this text we have studied in depth in Alaska. So on the basis of those talks, the book is coming. So those who are working on that, they listen, write down, and then send it to me. Then it is done all that. So that girl has written title, Who Am I? Based on like that. So I told her, I said, correct the title, not who am I. Then, who is I? See? Who is I, not who am I? What does it mean? See? When we look at I, what is I? First person singular, is it not? But when I look at I as third person singular, what will happen? See, I am disturbed. Means I am disturbed. But I is disturbed. See, this we can learn very easily. You must have seen when the kids are small, they are called by their name. Hey Bunty, jaldi aao, come quickly. Slowly, that child starts calling himself Bunty. Mummy, Bunty wants food. Mummy, Bunty wants to go to sleep. Because he has not taken that as first person singular. But Bunty is third person singular. Look at the world with this change in your grammar. See, I am miserable and I, the husband, is miserable. See the difference? So when we are able to look at the experiencer without becoming the experiencer, then we have become subjective in our approach. Now, such a student, he approached the teacher and he said, I am unable to understand. Please tell me, what about this whole world? See, these 4 or 5 questions tell that we are now blessed by the divine grace. Which are the 4 questions? What is this world? Kastvam koham kutamaya kame janani kome tataha. Who am I? What for I am here? Is it sasyamiva martyaha pachyate sasyamiva jayate prana? Like every new season, the grass grows, remains for few months, again it dries. Is this all life? What is this life? Who is this I? Now such a student asks this question. So the teacher says, Sadvite vachanam vyakti pratibhati vadamite tadidam tad iti vispashtam savadhanam anashrudu. Yes, you ask a right question. Good inquiry. And then he said, Savadhanam anashrudu. Be attentive. Be attentive. See? You know what happens when it is a bhakti satsanga, Ram Katha, Krishna Katha? There are people in thousands and they come with the whole family. And they have got their food and everything and sitting nicely listening to. And then after the food and everything, and then they feel drowsy. The Kathakar has to speak. So what he does, when he says, now he cannot take it anymore, then he says, Siyavara Ramachandra ki jai. Everybody becomes awakened. No, I can't do that. Therefore, I make something light in between. Then, Savadhanataya shrunu. Be attentive. See? So, the teacher said, Tattvamasyadi vakyottham yad jiva paramatmanoho tadatmi vishayam jnanam tadidam mukti sadhanam. If you want to get freedom from this whole mess of world, Then that jnanam, what jnanam? Tattvamasyadi vakyottham jnanam. That knowledge which is born after study and understanding of the Mahavakya. Mahavakya is Tattvam Asi. You are divine. Therefore, this is the only Vedanta tells. You don't have to become divine. You are divine. See? What sadhana the husband has to do to be a man? No sadhana. See how simple it is. So, Tattvamasi, you are that divine. This is the understanding of the individual self, the soul and the totality, Bhagavan. Tadatmi Vishayam Dhyanam, how they have come together, how they can be separated. This knowledge is the method of liberation, the means of liberation. You find out who is this soul, Jiva and Paramatma. So, the student asks a question, 7th mantra. Ko jivakka paraschatma tadatmyam va katham tayoho tattvamasyadi vakyam va katham tat pratipadaye. O Guru Maharaj, kindly tell, Ko jivaha, who is the jiva? What is the meaning of jiva? Ka paratmascha paraschatma. What is the Paramatma? Tadatmya, how they have become one together. See? Tadatmya means like what? One example. You know, in some places, in India I have seen this. The barrier is having a, that rod. But the taxi people, they know that it is only for those who are new, those who are local, for them it is not applied. So, when they are going, we see that it is going to hit us. But the taxi fellow knows, it doesn't hit the taxi. He knows that. But when our car goes below that, we also duck like this thing. Tadatmya. Same way. What is that because of which the divine is reduced to the finite and the finite has forgotten the divinity. What is that? Ko jiva ka paraschatma tadatyam va katham tayo tattvamasyadi vakyam va katham tat pratipadaye. How this Mahavakya Tattvamasi, you are divine, how it will indicate that the jiva is divine essentially. Kindly tell me this. This I am not able to understand. So, the teacher now tells in the 8th mantra, Atra brumas samadhanam konyo jivastvame yastvam pruchasi mam koham brahmai vasina samshayaha. The first step on the spiritual path is focus your attention on yourself, not on the world. See? This world has always been like this. There is nothing new. Focus attention on yourself. See? Normally what happens? We complain about the mind. One of the complaints is we can't forget our past. We repeat it again and again. Anything we repeat again and again, it gathers a status of reality. See? So what is to be done? Like if there is a stain on the cloth, we have to use the appropriate stain remover. We cannot do Ram, 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 remove it. It will not happen. If there is a wound on the skin, we have to accordingly treat it. If there is some health issue, take accordingly the medicine. Exactly the same way. If the issue is repeating the thoughts continuously again and again, so we have to use the thoughts only, contrary thoughts. See? And one or two techniques I'll tell you. First thing, do not talk about your past. Do not ask anybody about their past. It's one of the highest spiritual practice. Second thing, see, this today when I was sitting doing japa, that time I got it. And I was so thrilled when she came to ask me something. I don't want anything, I got whatever I want. See, I was doing japa. See, with my mala. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. And then I was doing one experiment. Be very attentive. First, when you start, the mind will not be available to you. So, now you chant and you listen. Sri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Listen. You know what happens? Chanting is karmendriya. It's an action. And you listen. Listening is jnanendriya, knowledge. When knowledge and action, they 100% synchronize. They merge in the mind. Mind bifurcated is Kriya Shakti and Jnana Shakti. Now what happens? Our knowledge goes somewhere, our actions go somewhere. See? This we have to work on the mind. So, I was playing with that. So after one or two malas, slowly, it was being achieved. Otherwise, the mind will go here and there. Whom will you complain? If I am disturbed because of him, I can go away. If I am disturbed because of mind, where will I go? Jaun to jaun kahan? Then work on it. So after that was done, then you start chanting extremely slow inside your mind. First we start with the Vaikhari Vani. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai. Be extremely attentive. We can go so deep in silence that we start hearing our heartbeats. When we start hearing our heartbeats, we have discarded the world, the sense organs, the organs of action. We have entered the mind. You know, it is like what? In Australia, it happened many years before. I went to see in the Cairns for seeing the great reef, coral reef. So, with my friend, we went in a boat about 4 or 5 kilometers inside the ocean, and there it was there. So the boat stopped, and they gave us funny things to put on, which I cannot handle. So I also went along with that. They were doing properly. But I could not manage. I said, yeah, I can't do it. I came back, gave it to him. I said, take it away. He said, man, you came all the way from India and you don't want to see. I said, I want to see. What will you do now? I said, I'll jump and see. He looked at me. You'll jump and say, yes, jump. And I jumped. He shouted, hey man, what are you doing? I know swimming. I went deep in the sea, maybe about 10 feet or so, or maybe less. And I could touch those things physically. But more than touching and enjoying, I discovered one thing. When you go deep in yourself, there are no thoughts. Like when you go deep, there are no waves. When this is consciously worked upon, this is called in medical term unused atrophy. When you do not use any organ for a very long period of time, your ability to use that organ dies away. See, like I was in US, I had to write something. So my friend Swamiji, you have to write, I can't do it for you. So he gave me, I had to write at least 20, 30 places, the same thing. And in every place, a new handwriting, new signature. Because I have stopped writing for last 30, 40 years. Nothing to write. Even the signature I do, they become different. And I am doubtful it is my signature. Because unused atrophy. Exactly the same way. Spend your time on this. Listen to the heartbeats. When this is practiced for a longer period of time, all old memories will be erased. And consciously, we have to make a firm resolution. Don't bring the past in the present. See? So, you ask me, what is the jiva, etc.? Atra bruma samadhanam konyo jivas tvamevahi. You are asking, who is the jiva, who is Paramatma? You are jiva, you are Paramatma. We are not talking about something hanging on a tree. See? Konyo jivas tvamevahi. You are the jiva. Yastvam pruchasi mam koham brahma eva asit na samshaya. So you are asking, what is jiva, what is the Brahman? You are both. See? So who is husband, who is father, man? Both you are. See, friends, now after this is understood, then we have to work on it. How the husband has become how the man has become the husband. Then we come to know, man is. He becomes husband. And how he becomes husband? Because of the conditioning of the wife. So, what is a husband? Man plus the conditioning of the wife, and therefore conditioned expression of the man through the wife. These three factors put together is husband. See, friends. Now for that, what one has to do? Do we have to kill the wife or divorce? No. Then don't take her seriously. Take her lightly, even if she is heavy. That's it. Vedanta sadhana is such a great fun. It's not a torture. See, kurute ganga sagar gamanam vrata paripalam athava dhanam. No need. See, friends. Therefore, atra bruma samadhanam konyo jivas tvamevahi Yastam pruchasi mam koham brahma eva asid na samshayaha. So don't ask who is the Jiva and who is Brahman, who is Paramatma. Both you alone are. There is none other than you. See? Now, the student again asks a question. Padarthameva janami.
Padarthameva janami.
Nadyapi bhagavan sputam.
Nadyapi bhagavan sputam.
Aham brahmeti vakyartham.
Aham brahmeti vakyartham.
Pratipadde katham vada.
Pratipadde katham vada.
Padarthameva janami. You told only padartha means what? Pada is the word. Like phone. Phone is the word. And artha, meaning of the word, is this object. So word and the word indicating the object. So padartha veva jana. You only told me that you are jiva. Okay, and what next? But I don't understand how I am jiva. And again you also say that you are Brahman also. How can I be two in one? See? Therefore, hey Bhagavan, na adyapi sputam janami. I have not understood clearly. It's only Shabda Jalam Maharanyam Chitta Brahmana Karanam. I am getting lost only in the words. So Vakyartham Pratibadde Katham Vada. How will I understand this thing? That I am both. I am divine and I am a miserable jiva. How can I understand this? See? Then what is to be done? Then we have to understand the meaning of these two words. What is the meaning of jiva? And what is the meaning of the Brahman? The teacher says, Satyamaha bhavanatra
Satyamaha bhavanatra
Vijnanam naiva vidyate
Vijnanam naiva vidyate
Hetu padartha bodho hi
Hetu padartha bodho hi
Vakyartha vagateriha
Vakyartha vagateriha.
Satyam aha bhavan. The teacher says, Oh, Vidyarthi Maharaj, what you are telling is right. See? Once Vivekananda, when he was not Vivek, he was Narendra, he was called by Swami, by Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Hey, that boy has not come for so many days. Call him, where is he? So he came. And then he says, Sir, you are attached to me. You are sending me invitation to come. I think you are attached to me. That time the great teacher says, you accept me as your guru under suspicion and doubt. I know who you are. So the difference, the teacher looks upon the student through the eye of wisdom and experience. The student looks at the teacher with the suspicion and doubt. Therefore the teacher says, yes, you are right perfectly. You are right perfectly. Because to whom you talk, you have to take that person in confidence. All the time, you bewakuf kuch nahi aata tumko, he will never understand. See? So, satyamaha bhavanatra vijnanam naiva vidyate. There is no contradiction actually, if you understand it properly. Hetu padartha bodho hi vakyartha avagate iha. We have to understand. See how the knowledge takes place. First, suppose only words are there, random words. Table, water, light, tree. No sentence is formed. So sentence is formed when the words are related and they are placed in a particular sequence. Then the knowledge happens. Exactly here also. Padartha bodha. So what is said, Tattvamasi, you are divine. There is no contradiction here. Then you have to understand the implied meaning of, what is the meaning of Tat Paramatma and Tvam Jivatma. You have to understand the implied meaning. And then you will come to know oh, this is what is meant, that the husband is man. Now what he has to do? He has to recognize, without the wife before marriage, I continue to exist. Now when I got married, has any change in come me? I am the same. And if the wife goes away, nothing happens to me. So the one which is not born, which doesn't modify, and which doesn't end is the man. The husband is born, modifies and ends. See? One couple came and the husband was telling me, Swamiji, my wife insults me before everybody. Please tell her, don't insult me, I am elder than her. Respect my age, if nothing. So I said, I will take her side. Why? I said, because she gives me food, you don't give me food. But why? I said, look here, no answer my question, no argument. Yes. Did you get married simultaneously together or one after another? You got married simultaneously, therefore your age is same. Age of the husband and wife is always same. What do you mean? I said, tell me, when did you get married? 15 years before. And who is fighting? Husband and wife. So the age of the husband and wife is your anniversary. Oh God, this is, yes. I said, now 15 years, isn't it? Another 4 years you will keep on fighting. After that you will stop. He said, how come? Because after 4 years, 19. When teenage is over, fighting ends. Now you are teenagers. And teenagers always fight. So wait for another 4 years. Kabaddi, kabaddi, chalti raho. See, friends, the day we understand this thing, the one who is getting disturbed as to who is he, not who am I, who is he. See, therefore, hetu padartha bodho vakyartha avagate here. So we have to understand what is the purpose, implied meaning of the statement. If the implied meaning is not understood, then we will be most miserable in life. And we take the 11th mantra, Antakarna Tadvrutti Sakshi Chaitanya Vigraha Ananda Rupa Satyasan Kim Natmanam Prapadyase. Now, don't you know yourself? Kim Atmanam na Prapadyase. What is that? Antakarna Tadvrutti Sakshi Chaitanya Vigraha. There are miseries. One, I know I am miserable. So, who am I? I know the miseries, and I also know the miserable I. See? I know the cause of misery, wife, and I know the miserable husband. So, who are you? Chaitanya Vigraha. Now apply this thing. All the joy, sorrows have come and gone. Childhood has come and gone. You know, friend, this particular practice which I tell, it is the simplest and highest spiritual practice. Give it a sincere thought. Childhood belongs to the body, not to us. Teenage belongs to the body, not to us. Old age belongs to the body, not to us, body-wise. Good or bad experiences belong to the child, not to us. The child suffered, not me. Then the teenage suffered, not me. So when we are able to distinctly recognize, and to recognize this technique is, don't talk about your past, don't ask anybody about their past. then there is nothing to talk. Then should we see them with a sullen face? No, no. How nice the sky is, But they were telling it is going to rain, but it's not raining. Anyway, they always tell something. Somehow they say, sometime it happens. So this kind of discussions, no sin, no merit. We forget afterwards. It doesn't make any impression on our mind. In short, interact with the world in such a manner that there are no impressions created. And how impressions are created? When an impression creating agency is born. A boy sees hundreds of girls. But out of those hundreds, one particular girl, he looks at her and starts thinking twice. And then slowly impressions are formed. And then, without you I cannot live, without you I cannot live. Then get married. Because of you I cannot live, because of you I cannot live. See, friends, we have to do nothing. Spiritual life is so fun. Therefore, antakarana tadvrukshi sakshi chaitanya. Therefore, this second technique which I told you, experience without experiencer is God realization. When there is the experiencer, how? When we comment. And what are the comments? Only two. I like it, I don't like it. If I like it, I want to repeat it. If I don't like, I want to avoid it. The whole life goes only in this struggle. See? Then what is to be done? Learn from every experience and grow wise. So every experience is given to us by God only for growing wise. See? So antakarana tadvritti sakshi chaitanya vigraha anandarupa satya san. You are that blissful reality. See? So, I know the joy or the miseries. I know I am joyful or miserable. Therefore, who I am? I am beyond this triputi. And this is what we have to consciously recognize. And to recognize this, these are our simple mantras. Dekho suno. Seeing is happening, but there is no comment. Therefore, seer is not born. See? Tonight when you will go to sleep, try this technique. Switch off light in your room completely, absolute darkness. Nothing should be seen. To such an extent that you don't see your own palm. Sit comfortably and open your eyes. Because eyes are open, seeing is happening. Because of the darkness, nothing is seen. And because nothing is seen, seer is not born. What is that experience? Seeing without the seer. This we tell during the daytime. Suno, hear, mat bolo, don't comment. Meaning, no hearer is born. But experience is happening. We are not telling you do meditation and go to sleep. No. Normal life. Nobody even should suspect that we are walking the spiritual path. Spirituality is not becoming extraordinary. Drop all the extra. See? Just be relaxed. Jadaval lokam acharet. We don't have to prove I am superior than somebody. No, I don't know. Over. See, antakarana tadvritti sakshi chaitanya vigraha anandarupa satya san. And you are anandarupa. Ananda means what? Ananda means the causeless bliss. What we understand is a pleasure. You get good food, ananda aa gaya, maja aa gaya. It's a pleasure. Ananda is uncaused experience. Because it is uncaused, it is no possibility it will be destroyed. You eat anything, some sweet, suppose you like. One you like, oh, very good. Second, very good. Third, oh, after 30, 40, no, I can't take. No, come on, take. You like so much. You cannot. See? Therefore, Ananda Rupa Satyaha San. So we are essentially uncreated bliss. Now, when this experiment we did, in the darkness, eyes are open, seeing is happening, we are not seeing. See, eyes are open, so seeing is happening. But because of darkness, nothing to see, so seer is not born. That is the divine self. With this move in the world, Yogarato va, Bhogarato va, Sangarato va, Sangavihinaha, Yasya Brahmani Ramate Chittam, Nandati, Nandati, Nandati Eva. Then there are not too many do's and don'ts. See? The other day in Delhi it happened. Invited somewhere for lunch, I went. There was one lady, she was coming for such an old lady. But I could see in her eyes, such bright and so peaceful she was. So she brought some pakodas for me, where I was taking lunch. She came, Swamiji, I bought this thing for you. I said, okay, Mama, keep it, I'll eat it. They were made out of onion pakodas. So my host, rather hostile, he said, you don't understand? Mahatmas don't take onion, take it away. And then old lady, I saw her face. She was so hurt. So I winked at her. Don't react. Then my hostile, I told her, Mama, you are not giving green chilies? I want green chilies. Get it. I want it. Okay, Swamiji, I'm sorry. She went in the kitchen. I wanted to get rid of her. Then I took the pakodas. And I was eating there. She came. Swamiji, you are eating pakodas? Mahatmas don't eat this garlic and onion. I said, you are right, Mama. Mahatmas don't eat onion, garlic. But I am not a Mahatma. I am a Chota Atma. I said, Mama, you are giving me a label that I am a Mahatma and you want me to behave according to your label. Forget about it. But what people will say, कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे. Spiritual life is not becoming extraordinary. When we go to sleep, do we become extraordinary? See? Suppose somebody is a very good musician, vocalist. When he goes to in deep sleep, does he snore in Malakam Sarag? See it? So to remain as non-specific being is the reality. This is what Ananda Rupa Satyasan Kim Natmanam Prapadyate. Don't you recognize yourself? Now to recognize this, one more technique. Try. We do not have the following experiences. Number one, we don't have the experience of our birth. Nobody can have this. Second thing, we don't have the experience of our growth. Third, we don't have the experience of our absence. And fourth, we don't have the experience of our death. Now you take these four pointers and try to apply on yourself. when we are told we don't have the experience of our birth, means what? Were we absent earlier? What is the birth? Birth is the destruction of the earlier non-existence. Child is born, meaning earlier he was not there. He is born. So, the same way, when we say we are not born, does it mean we were absent earlier? Out of absence, nothing can be created. We are that eternal presence. Kim natmanam prapadyase, don't you recognize yourself? See, this cannot be for any Tom, Dick and Harry. When we become extremely subtle, we go to sleep. Ananda Rupa Satyasan Kim Natmanam Prapadyate. Don't you know yourself? You know yourself. Continuing further. Satyananda Swarupam Dhi
Satyananda Swarupam Dhi
Sakshinam Jnana Vigraham
Sakshinam Jnana Vigraham
Chintayatmataya Nityam
Chintayatmataya Nityam
Tyaktva Dehadigam Dhyam.
Tattva Dehadigam Dhyam.
Now, Satya Ananda Swarupam. Satya Ananda Swarupam is what? Satya is we can never have the experience of our absence. Absence cannot be established without the presence of somebody. Satya Ananda. Ananda means what? Unconditioned bliss. Normally, what we understand Ananda is only pleasure. You eat is very tasty. Oh, very nice. It's a pleasure. Ananda is uncreated. So, Satya, our presence is uncreated. That which is uncreated is unmodified and never ends. Satyananda Swarupam. The Sakshanam. Now the next step. All the thoughts that come and go in our mind, don't we say, too many thoughts are coming, so dirty thoughts, I never want like that, but I don't know why. See? The more you give importance to the thoughts, the more they will trouble you. See? Like, some people, one person asked me, this very old man, a Sindhi gentleman, many years before. I was young that time. He said, Swamiji, please don't give my example in your lecture, but I have got some problem. I said, there is nothing new. Tell, what is the problem? He said, no, I am now 85. I said, then it is a problem for others. No. My problem is that I have got my granddaughters and my daughter-in-laws, and even the bad thoughts come in my mind when I am with them. I am fed up of myself. He was sincere. See, what do I do? Friends. And this happens only because we have not taken care of our mind when it was required. And what is that taking care of? Engage the mind in some hobby in life. In old age, we should have some hobby to learn. Learn something new. Another old man, he heard this thing in one of my talks. He said, Swamiji, last time you told, in old age you should learn something. When we learn something new, then the child in us doesn't die. Every one of us has a child in us. We have to learn something. Then what will happen? Then when the child is alive, then life is a celebration. When the child died, then अब जी के क्या करेंगे? मरते भी नहीं. Maro. See? Therefore, how to keep the child alive? To keep the child alive, learn something new. Anything new. Learn Chinese, Japanese. So he told me, Swami, after you told, it clicked me. And I have started learning. Very good. Do you know what I am learning? I said, I do not know. I don't want to know. Learn. No, I want to tell you. I said, okay, tell. I am learning Sanskrit. Very good. Do you know why? I said, I don't know. I don't want to know. You learn. No, I want to tell you. Okay, tell. They say if you go to heaven after death, there they speak Sanskrit. So I should not have problem when I go to the heaven. Therefore I am learning Sanskrit. I said, you are a pakka Sindhi. He said, yes, Swamiji, I am practical. I said, if you are practical, let us have plan B in case you go to hell, then what will you do? He said, I know Sindhi. See, friends. Learn something new in life. So, Satyananda Swarupam, Disakshinam Jnana Vigraham. So, when we are able to recognize these three things. One, experience without experiencer, knowledge without knower, and action without doer. Three things. Net result, nobody is born. Then what is the life? Time pass. See? And when you do anything for time pass, you are not concerned about success or failure. Now this time pass principle, we all can do when we play with the kids. That time the children are concerned about winning victory. But we are only waiting till the food is ready to keep this Rakshas busy. That's it. Nothing beyond that. Exactly the same way. Like yesterday we were playing chess. Now he is expert and I do not know anything. And then in between he came. And then the whole thing became a condition. Neither I can win nor he can win. Or both of us have won. अब क्या करना है? चलो खाना तैयार हो गया. Time pass. If you take life as a time pass, you will be never a failure in your life. And we all suffer because of this principle of time. See? Satyananda Swarupa, Disakshinam Jnana Vigraham. Everything comes and goes, nothing is permanent. See? And if I tell you something more, death is the biggest bluff in every religion. Nobody dies. Biggest bluff. See? When we start some business, we borrow loan from the bank. And then we have to return it. But when the returning comes, then it is very painful. When we get the loan, we are very happy. Exactly the same way, our body is borrowed from the five elements, loan, and made the body. And when the body dies, the five elements are returned back. Individual air goes back. Payback you have taken. Individual heat goes back. individual water goes back. And individual earth element that goes back. And the space which was occupied by the body, it is released. Who dies? See, if we are studying Vedanta, even a passing thought about our death will not come in our head. The biggest bluff. Take from any standpoint. We are told, last life we have done this thing, good or bad. Therefore, in this life we are suffering or enjoying. Here also we are doing good and bad. Next life we will suffer and enjoy. Means what? We are a continuous existence. Where did we die? So whether you take yourself to be body, you don't die. Whether you take yourself to be the soul, you don't die. And when you know you are divine, you don't die. Where is death? And when can it happen? Only under one condition. Infinite plus minus. Anything is infinite. That is Ananda. Ananda is not hai. No. So, Satyananda Swarupam, Dhi Sakshinam, the one who is illuminating all the thoughts, but not getting influenced or identified with any thought. Jnana Vigraham, knowledge without the division of knower known knowledge. See, what is called Triputi. Then, Chintaya Atmataya Nityam. In this manner, Nityam, all the time, you reflect on these thoughts. Do we have the experience of birth? Do we have the experience of growth? We cannot. Then one day by God's grace it clicks that real spiritual practice is remain 100% in the utter present. That's it. Then what to talk about this thing, that thing, not seriously. Time pass. When I travel, one of our problem is people come and start talking this thing, that thing, you know that accident has happened. What is your opinion, this and that thing? There is no need to talk about it. So I take out my mala from my pocket and tell, my Guru has told me to do the japa when you travel. So I will not be talking, okay? Don't mind. You talk. So like you listen to me in Vedanta, I listen to him when he talks to me. कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. See? There is no need. Or play some music, enjoy music. So Satyananda Swarupam Dhi Sakshinam Jnana Vigraham Chintayatmana Taya Nityam Tyaktva Deha Digam Dhyam. So Tyaktva Deha Adi Gam Dhyam. So give up the wrong notion. I am the body, I am the doer, I am the enjoyer, or I am the sufferer, I am lucky, I am not lucky. All these wrong notions, give it up. See, friends. All spiritual practice is only this much. This world has always been like this. Nothing new ever has happened in this world. Bhagwan Ram came, went. What difference it made? Krishna came and went. What difference it made? So many Mahatmas are born, they are gone. World is as it is. Can we improve the illusions? See, friends. The more we are abiding in this, life becomes extremely light. Then, na kuch pana, na kuch khona. Nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Once you get this addiction, which addiction? Learn from every single experience. Learn. Then we don't have to see the Guru outside because we are learning. Guru is our ability to learn from every single experience of our life. Nobody can teach it. So Satyananda Swarupam Dhi Sakshidam Jnana Vigraham. Why we want to go to sleep and what do we get in the sleep? We go to sleep not for getting anything but for losing everything. And then that which is attained in the renunciation of everything, that is what we are seeking. See, friends, like we all get good and bad dreams. Now, in those dreams, there are so many things. Good people, bad people, the five elements, the animals, plants, rivers, everything is there. War, everything is there. That is so real. When the dream is going on, it is never dreamt as it is, and it is a dream. Dream is experienced as solid reality. See? Therefore, if there is some bad accident in the dream, we get up, your heartbeat is increasing. See? But after we are out of the dream, will we worry? See, I got such a good lottery, millions of dollars, but I could not, smuggle it to the waking. No, it was just a dream. See? If this we accept, now be attentive. We are all in the dream of Brahmaji. When we are in deep sleep, everything is dissolved. Tatra mata amata bhavati pita apita bhavati. In the deep sleep, we are nobody, nowhere, never. But we continue to be. Then we have the dream, good and bad things. When dream is over, what is lost? Nothing. Exactly to the same intensity, this waking experience is equally a dream. So when we wake up from our sleep, again this world becomes real for us. Therefore, individual sleep is called as a mini pralay. And the total sleep, Brahmaji, see our Antakaran Chatushtay, Mana Buddhi Chitta Ahankar, four of them. Brahmaji has got four heads. So like we are the creator of our dream, good and bad things happen. When the dream is over, we don't worry about it. In the same manner, we are all in the dream of Brahmaji. When he will wake up from his dream, he will not worry about us. अरे उसको कहाँ भेजना था? वो तो रियलाइज हो गया था. Everything over. Unless you are able to digest this, that illusions cannot be improved. Illusions cannot be destroyed. Then recognition of the illusion as an illusion is the only way to transcend the illusions. There is no other way. Now, this common example we all know. When we stand in front of the mirror, what is our interaction with the experience? And when a bird or a dog stands in front of the mirror, what is his experience? He takes that as real. And we enjoy that. But we know it is not real. So if the mirror is taken away, we don't worry. Arey, don't take my reflection is there. No. Exactly the same way. If we are abiding in this truth, Satyananda Swarupam Dhisakinam Dhyana Vigraham Chintayatmataya Nityam. This is what is our essential nature. Therefore, life is a time pass. Nothing to gain, nothing to lose. And it can be achieved Tyaktva Deha Adigam Dhyam. Deha Adigam Dhyam means we have to stop living as a body or as a mind. As a body, when we live, we are lost in the possessions of the world. As a mind, when we live, we are lost in the relations of the world. In India, there are two words you may be knowing, Sukha Kachra and Gila Kachra. Sukha Kachra is possessions. Gila Kachra is relations. See? Satyananda Swarupam Di Sakhinam Dhyana Vigraham Chintayatmatmanatmanam Tyaktva Deha Adigam Dhyam. We have to give up this. Therefore, only two stages on the spiritual path. There is no third stage. The two stages are, first, freedom from body identification. Second, freedom from the notion that we are somebody as a soul. Only two. Anything because of which this is happening is a spiritual practice. Anything because of which this is becoming stronger and stronger. Body identification or the sin, merit, going to hell, going to heaven. Therefore, we must have the clarity, what we call technically as Tatparya Nirnay. In English, we can translate it as the moral of the story. Moral of the story is what? These topics, hell and heaven, the last life, this life, next life, these are only for controlling the masses. Masses cannot be controlled without fear and guilt. Introduce a seed of guilt in somebody's mind, he is your slave. See, introduce an element of fear, he will be controlled. If you do this thing, you will go to hell. Nobody has seen the hell, but he is already in the hell. See? Therefore, hereafter the teacher tells, how do we get rid of this notion that I am the body, etc. 13th mantra, we'll read and then see it tomorrow. Before you go to sleep, I should stop here. Rupadimanyata pindaha
Rupadimanyata pindaha
tato natma ghatadivata
tato natma ghatadivata
vyadadi mahabhuta
vyadadi mahabhuta
vikaratvacha kumbhavata.
vikaratvacha kumbhavata.
Now the self cannot be the self cannot be the body, etc. Because like ghatadivata, like a pot, etc. Because what is a pot? Pot is an object of knowledge. In one of his compositions, Bhagavan Shankaracharya writes, Natvam deho nendriyani na prano na mano nadhi. 5. Natvam deha nendriyani na prana mano nadhi. Vikaritvad vinashitvad vinashitvad gadat vikaritvad vinashitvad vikaratvad gato yatha. Like a pot. Pot is born, it is subject to modification, it is subject to death, destruction. These three factors are applied to everything. Our sense organs, our body, our karmendriya, our mind, our intellect. So either consider yourself to be a pot or don't consider yourself to be the body, etc. Work on it. This is the technique told here. We'll take it in more detail tomorrow morning. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.